Where are you going? Come back. I thought we were friends. Superstar Gregory. Where are you? Why do you hide?
What you just listened to are a set of cut lines from Security Breach. Now, Security Breach isn't a stranger to cut lines. Vanny, Vanessa, Burn Trap, even the Sun and Moon have a line that was cut. So, nothing unheard of. Except these lines are more revealing than any of those. Whether he was possessed or not, whether you want to believe it or not, there was a point in Security Breach development where Glamrock Freddy was going to become our enemy. And this newly released picture has reignited interest in that. This picture that was revealed for a Halloween sale depicts the Shattered Freddy we barely got to see in the final game. We did see him once though, in the disassembled ending, where he is massacred by the staff bots. From the mouth, to the chest and hands, to the mark above the right eye, it is clear that this picture and this model are of the exact same design. From what I know, more of the Security Breach endings were supposed to be animated and it was cut for time, but it is pretty evident that it wasn't the only thing this model was going to be used for. Though what's interesting to note is that in the initial game there seemed to be another way that Freddy was injured. It involves this cut voice line.
Gregory, run! Do not look back! Do not watch! Chica, Roxy, Monty, do not listen! Resist her! Please! You do not want to do this! No! Stop! No! Please!
There was a cut line where Gregory cried heavily for, I believe, 15 seconds. At the time it was speculated that this was cut from when Freddy was taken by Moon. But I instead believe that this was taken from this scene. I find it hard to believe that Gregory would be so distraught by Moon just dragging him away. It makes much more sense that he breaks down because Freddy is literally being torn apart. Being attacked by his bandmates would also explain why Freddy's injuries are so visceral. The staff bots would have pulled him apart, but likely wouldn't have gouged him in such a way. Also notice that the focus of their attack was the mouth, hands, and belly. Possibly the mouth and hands were as revenge or to get their upgrades back. The belly was definitely to put an end to Gregory's hiding. Though whether it was because they thought Gregory was inside or was just doing collateral damage is impossible to tell. I also always found it weird that in this ending where Freddy is attacked, his voice clip sounds like a daycare attendant one. In today's video I'm not going to be going over whether or not this was cut content, it obviously is, but discuss the events that might have happened to lead to Freddy's betrayal. My personal opinion is that Freddy is caught by his bandmates, attacked, and is then possessed by the virus in his weakened state. This is backed up by Freddy's dialogue during the attack and the sluggish, dazed tone his voice takes during his pursuit of Gregory. It should be noted that there are a few scenes in Security Breach that suggest Freddy is already being possessed. In the initial lines of parts and service, Freddy produces a party pass and gives it to Gregory, saying he had it when he woke up. He might just be being friendly, but he also could have been compelled to give the ticket to Gregory for whatever reason. Freddy also appears in a mysteriously damaged state in the full release of Security Breach, after Vanessa catches you. Later, Freddy seems to spontaneously recover enough to save Gregory, which he points out and Freddy vaguely excuses. That definitely seems like a hint, being that the characters acknowledge it. Freddy makes a lot of comments that can allude to betrayal. I think these still apply if Freddy reluctantly betrays Gregory, as they could be foreshadowing. Such as the cut voice line where he mentions that he has heard rumors of older models, but how he is better. It is likely that he genuinely believes this, but it should also be noted that in a weird twist, Freddy's first revealed voice line, "Be still," is one used from Circus Baby when she was pretending to be friendly to Michael. Having Freddy act so sweet and fatherly only to be revealed as evil could have been a neat twist. However, I feel like this wouldn't have worked considering that Baby had the same gimmick. One possibility is that Freddy's possession and betrayal might be a result of the player's choices. Initially it was suggested that Security Breach would have different routes and choices, beyond just choosing to do Chica or Monty's mission first. While it was never confirmed or really suggested, there could have been a possible scenario where choosing to upgrade Freddy led to this. Whether or not Freddy is currently possessed, and assuming he's not pretending to be nice, we know that Chica, Monty, and Roxy are very much under the throes of the virus. It could be that the more parts Freddy gets, the more of a hold the virus gets, until it is unleashed when he is damaged. Now, in this scenario I still think that the other animatronics would be shattered, their upgrades just wouldn't be used. Using the upgrades, and the easier scenario, could thematically lead to Freddy's downfall. However, there is a catch to this. Though a minor one. The upgrades are used to get down to Afton for his ending. Though there could be an easy workaround for this. Block off the Afton ending with something else, give non-upgraded Freddy another way to get through, or something along the likes. Really the requirement of the upgrades is just to keep anyone from getting down here early, and the boss fight uses them, but we know it was altered for final release anyway. This whole part is just speculation really. While we know Freddy had a scrap tipping point, we really don't know any of the events surrounding it. Do I think they're going to add this back in? Well, honestly, I would be surprised if they did. Unless it's reworked in for Ruin, I don't imagine that they would use resources to add an update that significant. Since release, Security Breaches patches haven't actually added any content. They've just been attempting to patch the bugs. So, I don't expect them to suddenly change that when they've already announced the expansion. That being said, it is getting on Halloween and FNAF games have had a history of Halloween updates. So maybe there will be something. I'm just not expecting anything. Even though one of the new images seems to show a room that is not in the current build. Now, the voice lines could maybe be planted into the Afton boss fight, but with how little of a window there is between Freddy getting possessed to catching Gregory, typically, I don't think there would be much point. The only one that would probably fit would be the Superstar and Gregory ones. This is really all we have to go on right now, but I thought it was worth looking into. Some of my friends didn't realize that this new Freddy model was the same design as the ending one, so showing that off's pretty neat. And I've been waiting for a chance to talk about these voice lines, so this was a nice coincidence. Perhaps we will get more updates in the future. For now, this is what we have. Thank you for watching.